Hi everyone, today, oh my gosh, today we are doing a 2 looks 1 palette using the Give Me Glow Vivid Rose palette. Now I already have a first impressions up on this palette if that would interest you more. I do a demo and talk about the formula, how it performs right off the bat. I also have a swatch video where I live swatch these, so I'll post those down below if that's more up your alley versus tutorials. But if you want to see a variety of looks you can get from this palette, I do 2 different tutorials in this video. One's a little bit more light and soft, and this one's a little bit more dark and sultry. I really love this look. Actually, this is look number 2. If you are interested in seeing how I got this look, then just keep watching. Let's get into this first look. We're gonna do the AOA Soft Base Eye Primer. We're actually gonna use more pinks today, but I think we're gonna keep it really natural, really soft. We're going into Spill the Rose, which is this baby pink here. I do have a first impressions on this palette already. If you haven't seen that, I'll link that down below for you. Again, just probably gonna try and keep this really soft, not super dramatic. That's what I always say, and then something happens and pow, it becomes dramatic. Again, trying to keep this one super simple. We're gonna go into Pink Rose, this one right here. I just want to make this just a really simple eye look. We're gonna use some NYX glitter glue as well. These don't need it, it makes it easier, it makes them pop. Sometimes when you have like a really soft metallic, they can tend to crumble a little bit, so they don't last as long, and I just find that this helps it last longer and just pop more to do. So again, Pink Rose. It's so pretty. It is so windy outside today. I don't know if you guys can hear that. How can we keep this still really simple, but like, do I even want to add another color under the eye? I don't know. Let's go ahead. We used these in the last one. Let's add some Talk Dirt to Me, which is this beautiful deep mauve tone, which all of my pencil brushes are dirty, I think, right now. I really gotta clean them, so I'm using this brush. It's not the most ideal for this, but we'll make it work. Speaking of pencil brushes, I just found one. And then I feel like I want to put more, something even deeper down there. I think we're gonna go into He Loves Me Not. I need to add something more interesting to the inner corner because I used the lightest shade on the lid. We're gonna go into the shade called Taffy Bomb from Davina. This is an indie makeup brand. Also, if you're not familiar, they have beautiful multi-chromes, duochromes, and we're gonna stick that on the inner corner. Just to give it a little more oomphy oomph. Okay, I'm going to show you real quick what I did on this side of my cheek. So I did use one of the shades in here for a blush. I used the shade Spill the Tea Rose, the one we went in the crease with, and it created this beautiful soft baby pink. But then I took a tiny bit of Pop the Pink right next to my eye. So I literally just took like a little bit and I started more towards my eye right here, like temple eye area, and I'm just blending that into the baby pink just like so. For my liner, I used the NYX liner called Epic Ink Liner. I just bought it recently because I was out of eyeliner, so I just did a winged liner. And then I went over that using this Estico Fat eyelash adhesive pen. This is a black eyeliner that's sticky, so you can stick your eyelashes right on top of them. And I just made a really small line right next to my lashes. This is actually black, so you could use it as your eyeliner if you wanted to, but I'm testing it out this way. I've never tried it this way before on top of an eyeliner. And these are from Shop Miss A. They are called the Harper Lashes. Pretty much look number 1. Obviously, it'd be less dramatic if you didn't add the inner pop of corner highlight and these crazy lashes. Otherwise, I think, and the blush, I think it'd be a pretty doable everyday, easy go to the store type of look. Here is look number 2. I'm honestly obsessed with this. It's probably one of my favorite looks I've actually have ever done. So there you go. Like, we're still very much testing out this primer from Shop Miss A called Soft Base. It is a very liquidy type of consistency, as I have told you guys about it before. I'm just gonna use my fingers. We're gonna start off by going into He Loves Me. The shade right here is just a very soft mauve color. Into Talk Dirt to Me, which we did use these 2 shades in the first tutorial I ever did with this palette, but I think we're gonna do a more smokier type of look today. I think that we're gonna put the deepest shade like all over the lid, so I think I'm gonna focus on blending the outer edges, but not so much whatever is close to the lid. Like, we're gonna go ahead and let that be however it wants to be. We're just gonna focus on kind of blending the top part into the lighter shade. I'm gonna take this other side of my brush. This is actually my Wet n Wild brush, my Melody times Chromie, and I think that they actually started like they were selling it and then they restocked recently, so you might be able to find it. I'm not really sure. We're gonna go into He Loves Me Not, which is the deepest shade. We're gonna put it all over the lid, which is kind of funny because in another video I was like, it's not like we're gonna be putting it all over the lid ever, but here I am putting it all over the lid, testing it, and it's like all its glory. It's packing on very nicely, actually. My NYX glitter glue. I'm gonna take it on this little angled brush because I think I want to try using 2 of the shades in here, the shimmer shades, so I'm not quite sure how I want to do it yet, but we're gonna do something. So I think I want to start off with the Guns N' Roses shade, which is this one right here. And I think we're going to keep that one closer to the lower lash line. Recommend the glitter glue if you're going to put it on top of a matte like this in like any palette, just because it's going to make it stick and not really mess up the shadow underneath, because sometimes when you try to like layer colors like this, weird things can start to happen. I'm gonna wipe that brush off, and then we're gonna go into Pedal to the Metal, which is this beautiful shade right here. She's like the most stunning shade ever. So for this one, I want it to be brighter and up here more, like so. And then I think I'm going to go back into this brush and kind of help just blend it into, so it's not so harsh. I'm going to go into Flower Power because it will be a little interesting, but not super interesting. The Flower Power honestly matches that shimmer we used before. As I stated, you could literally take the shimmers that match the mattes and have a beautiful eye look that you don't even have to like think about what to do. I don't really want to use any of the shimmers in there for my inner corner. I'm going to take my Kimchi highlighter in Pearls Gone Wild just to give it a little something something on the inner corner, like so. Like, it looks, I really like this look. Like, even before I added this, I just really liked it. It's just a little bit different, but not too crazy. Liner, it's called the Epic Ink Liner, so this is what I'll be using. It's super thin. It makes such a thin line. I don't know if I love it yet, but it's not terrible. I'm thinking to kind of deepen it up, we might go in the deepest purple under the eyelash again in or actually, you know what, we're gonna use Flower Power but really close to lash line and maybe even wet. Whenever I want to use a shadow as like a more eyeliner I will wet it because it intensifies it. Like, look at that. Here is the finished look. I used the 3D Faux Mink Lashes in Amanda's, so I actually really like how this look came out. It's weird because this I struggled with way more, but because I feel like this line just looks so much prettier. This line got a little out of hand and kind of chunky, but I like the way it turned out. I think it's really pretty. Everything blended really nicely together and I love it. I really love this look. It might be one of my favorite looks I've ever done. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I do have first impressions on this palette already where I also do another demo. I also have a live swatch video for you guys on this palette. I'll link those down below for you guys. But so far I'm really loving this palette. If you're into these tones, I say definitely get it. I think it's still in stock. This palette almost ended up in my top 5 of this year, but I was like, I can't do that. I practically just got this palette. I can't be like, this is one of my top favorites, but I've only used it a few times. But honestly, I think next year I'm gonna use the heck out of this because it is so beautiful. These tones are so up my alley and I really love this palette. So go check out Give Me Glow Cosmetics. I love all of their makeup as well. They're just a really great indie brand and they're starting to grow, so go check them out. Again, I'll link them down below. If you want to see photos and photo swatches, go check out my Instagram. It's just For the Love of Glitter. And if this video was helpful or you liked it, then go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps me out, or subscribe to my channel. That helps me out even more. Thank you, and you guys have a great day. Bye.